Hi, my name's Kim and I'm going to show you how to make the winter solstice placemats. In your Bozal pack you'll have 4 placemats. These are double-sided fusible interfacing and these are the right sizes for the placemats on the panel. And you'll need backing fabric that matches. If you are making 4 placemats, you will need 4 backing fabrics. If you are making just 2 double-sided placemats, you'll only need the fabric on the panel. So you want to start by cutting out your placemats and the strips of bias binding. Cut along the dotted line. Use one of the placemat shapes to cut 4 pieces of backing fabric to the same size. Put one of the placemat shapes on top of the Bozal and clip in place. Turn the placemat over and place a piece of backing fabric on the back. Clip in place. Use an iron to fuse the fabric to the Bozal. Do this on both the front and the back. Trim back any of the interfacing if you need to. Repeat this with the other 3 placemats. Choose the binding to match the placemats and sew the 4 strips right sides together, making one long strip. Make sure to alternate long and short. Repeat with the other bias binding strips. Press the bias binding strip in half widthways. Open up the bias binding and press the long sides of the binding to the centre. Now fold the bias binding in half again and press. Repeat with the other colours and now you'll have 4 bias binding strips. Fold the bias binding around the edge of the placemat and sew in place. Make sure you catch the back of the bias binding on the other side as you're sewing. Pull the bias binding tight as you're sewing to ensure that it stays flat. When you get to the end of the bias binding, make sure it overlaps the start and fold it back by 1 centimetre to neaten the end. Repeat these steps with the remaining placemats. And that's your placemats finished.